Are you feeling overwhelmed by the pressures of life? Do you feel like there's never enough time or money and that you're running out of both? If so, then you may be experiencing what is commonly referred to as a scarcity mindset. This is an all too common feeling among women. And in this video, we'll discuss how to recognize a scarcity mindset, 4 of the most common signs, and how to overcome this with 3 simple steps. But before we dig into today's topic, I have a question for you. Are you a woman wanting to gain the clarity necessary to make a change in your life, but you're unsure what your first step should be? If so, make sure click on the link below this video to watch my free video training where you'll learn the first essential step to making a positive change so that you can prioritize what is most important to you, gain peace of mind, and also the motivation necessary to create an exciting new chapter in your life that's filled with confidence and purpose and passion and also connection. In this free video, you'll learn the first essential step to making a change in your life, 6 key elements involved in this first step, and a bonus step, the second step in the process, to keep your momentum going. Plus, you'll receive a free download to help you get started today. So make sure, click on the link below this video to attend the mini training. I am so excited for you to learn the simple step-by-step process about how to make a positive change beginning today. Now, I wanted to share with you what a scarcity mindset actually is so that you have a better understanding. A scarcity mindset is when you feel that there is not enough of something available, whether it's time or it's money or love or resources or success. The list goes on. And you begin to believe that everything must be rationed and conserved in order to make it through the day. And this mindset can lead to feelings of anxiety and stress, depression, even burnout. And there are quite a few signs of having a scarcity mindset, but I want to share 4 of the most common signs that I see among my clients. The first one is the thought that I'm not good enough. And this is probably the most common scarcity thought that I see in my practice. When we feel like we aren't good enough, it's reflected in how we live our life. And we may tend to criticize or talk negatively about ourselves, or withdraw from social situations, or struggle with setting boundaries. Many women who don't feel good enough may also struggle with imposter syndrome, which is the feeling that people have when they feel inadequate and as though they don't belong. I never have enough money. That's another common symptom related to having a scarcity mindset. And this mindset is characterized by a belief that resources are limited and that there will never be enough to go around. And as a result, they need to focus on what they lack rather than what they have, and oftentimes end up being in debt. The third most common sign of scarcity mindset that I see is I never have enough time. And this mindset is characterized by a belief that time is limited and that there will never be enough hours in the day to accomplish everything that needs to be done. And as a result, they tend to focus on what they haven't accomplished rather than focusing on what they've done, and end up adding more and more to their calendar to feel like they're making headway. And this vicious cycle of behavior can happen over time. And if not addressed, oftentimes this can lead to burnout, anxiety, and also health problems. I do not feel worthy of love or success. This is the 4th most common sign I see. And this mindset is often driven by the belief that they're not deserving or capable of receiving love or having success, and may avoid taking risks or pursuing their dreams. They have a big fear of failure or rejection, and as a result, they may settle for less than they deserve in their relationships and also in their careers. Now, I want to address how to overcome a scarcity mindset so that if you believe you may be struggling with any of the thoughts I mentioned or similar thoughts, you can apply these 3 simple steps. So first, acknowledge your feelings and your thought patterns. So just take some time each day to identify how you're feeling without judgment or criticism towards yourself or anyone else. And then recognize any scarcity-based thought patterns. You want to write them down. So write down some of your dominating thoughts around money, relationships, your time, your self-worth, and see if any of those thoughts are negative or self-limiting. These are limiting beliefs that are not serving you. And in order to break the cycle of these thought patterns, it's really important to first acknowledge which thoughts are not serving you. After you've uncovered your scarcity based thoughts and written them down, the second step is to make a conscious effort to replace your negative thoughts with new thoughts that are centered around growth and abundance. So, review the list that you made of your scarcity based thoughts, and next to each one, write down an empowering thought to replace it with. Let me give you a couple of examples. So, for the thought, I'm not good with money, you could replace that thought with, I am now responsible with my money. Or for the thought, I never have enough time, you could replace that thought with, I have all the time that I need. So, by simply replacing your old thought patterns with new empowering thoughts, you can reprogram your thinking to focus on abundance rather than on scarcity. The third step in the process of overcoming a scarcity mindset is to practice, practice, practice. So each time you notice an old thought creeping in, acknowledge and recognize the thoughts that are limiting you and replace the thoughts with the new empowering thoughts. And if it helps to put reminders on your phone of your new thoughts or write them down in a journal or on Post-it notes, I recommend doing this to help you remember. A scarcity mindset can cause an immense amount of stress, anxiety, and also worry if left unchecked. However, by identifying and challenging your limiting beliefs and then changing your outlook from fear and lack to one of abundance, you can shift your perspective towards focusing on possibility and growth. Also, ensure that you practice self-compassion every step of the way. And if you feel you need support, seek out a friend or a coach who can help you through this process. It's important to remember that overcoming a scarcity mindset is a continual process, and it takes time and it takes effort to develop new habits and ways of thinking. However, with perseverance and practice and a commitment to personal growth, you can transform your mindset and as a result, live a more abundant life.